In a world where speed once reigned, and style meant status, a new era is rising, an era driven not by horsepower alone, but by vision. And leading that charge is Hycad. This isn't just another car. It's not a reboot, a refresh, or a slightly better version of last year's model. This is something entirely new. A concept that pushes boundaries, mechanical, digital, and even philosophical. Hycad isn't just a mode of transport, it's a statement. A symbol. A shift. And today, we take you on an unprecedented journey into the heart of a machine that's redefining what it means to drive, live, and move forward. So, what is Hycad? Hycad is the product of a bold idea, that the future doesn't have to wait. That cutting-edge technology, jaw-dropping design, and conscious innovation can exist not just on paper, but on the pavement. Born at the intersection of AI, sustainability, and automotive engineering, Hycad isn't just looking to compete. It's looking to change the rules entirely. The story starts in a world desperate for answers. Climate pressure, traffic chaos, rising energy costs, and consumers demanding more than ever, more range, more intelligence, more soul. The industry responded with hybrids, then EVs, but Hycad saw a gap. A vision. What if a car wasn't just electric, but aware? What if it didn't just drive, but adapted, evolved, responded in real time? What if sustainability wasn't an afterthought, but the foundation? And what if the most advanced machine on the road was also the most human? Welcome to the vehicle of tomorrow. A machine that thinks like a computer, feels like a smartphone, and moves like a dream. This is the Hycad experience. The first thing you notice about the Hycad isn't a badge. It's a feeling. A presence. It doesn't shout for attention, it draws you in. Like a piece of modern art in motion. Its silhouette is sculpted, not drawn. A shape perfected through countless hours of aerodynamic refinement. Every curve, every edge, every crease is there for a reason. This is not design for the sake of beauty alone, this is performance in visual form. An aesthetic that slices through wind with purpose. At the front, you're greeted by a sleek fascia that looks less like a grille and more like a digital signature. It doesn't need to breathe like a combustion engine, so it doesn't pretend. Instead, it wears its EV identity proudly. Embedded LEDs arc seamlessly across the surface, forming what looks like an intelligent gaze. This is a face. Not aggressive, not passive, just aware. The headlights are no longer just sources of illumination. They are smart arrays, adaptive beams that respond to the environment, reading light conditions, mapping topography, even adjusting for fog, rain, or an approaching vehicle. It's lighting as intelligence. Move along the side, and the story continues. Flush door handles, glass surfaces that blend into the body, and a shoulder line that evokes motion even at a standstill. The wheels? Designed not only for style but for airflow. They slice, channel, and reduce drag with quiet precision. Even the paint isn't ordinary. Hycad's exterior coating is embedded with nanoreflective particles that self-adjust to ambient lighting. On a bright day, it gleams like liquid metal. At night, it dims to a muted glow, stealthy and mysterious. The future isn't just mechanical, it's material. At the rear, continuity is everything. A single unbroken light blade stretches across the trunkline. It pulses subtly when locked, breathes when charging, and dances softly when you approach, almost as if the car is alive. Because in many ways, it is. Underneath all this elegance lies function. Active aero panels deploy automatically at speed, adjusting to wind direction and vehicle dynamics. Vents open and close. Spoilers rise and fall. All of it invisible to the driver, perfectly timed in harmony with the environment. Even the mirrors have been rethought. Replaced by digital camera pods, they feed real-time panoramic imagery into the cockpit. No blind spots. No drag. Just vision, clear, clean, and futuristic. But the real magic of the exterior is how it makes you feel. Standing next to it, you don't feel like you're near a car. You feel like you're near a presence, a machine designed with soul and purpose. It doesn't look like anything else on the road. And that's the point. This is not an evolution of what came before. It's a declaration of what's next. And this is only the beginning. Inside the Hycad, time slows down. It doesn't feel like stepping into a car. It feels like stepping into a sanctuary, a space where design meets intention and everything has been stripped down to its most meaningful essence. There are no dials. No clutter. No mechanical distractions. Just space, open, clean, intelligent. The materials don't scream luxury, but whisper it. Brushed aluminum, sustainable eucalyptus wood, recycled ocean plastic transformed into smooth upholstery. Everything is chosen with purpose, and everything feels alive to the touch. The dashboard isn't a dashboard at all. It's a single seamless panel, stretching across the width of the car like a horizon of information and calm. Hidden beneath its surface is a full-width adaptive OLED display that only lights up when needed. When off, it blends invisibly into the environment. When active, it becomes your interface to the future. There's no startup animation. No flashy branding. Just a soft greeting. A warm pulse. And the quiet voice of the onboard assistant. Hello. Welcome back. Hycad's AI system isn't a gimmick. It's not something you talk to occasionally. It's a presence. A co-pilot. An intelligence that observes, learns, adapts. It remembers your seat position, your posture, even your breathing rhythm. It notices if you're stressed. It adapts the ambient lighting, softens the suspension, lowers the temperature. It's less a computer, and more an invisible wellness guide on wheels. The seats feel sculpted rather than assembled. Made from next-generation memory fiber, they conform not just to your shape but your mood. They gently warm in cold weather, cool instantly on hot days, and subtly adjust over time to prevent fatigue. Rear passengers aren't an afterthought, either. In fact, the rear of the Hycad feels more like a first-class cabin than a back seat. Personal lighting zones. Reclining modes. Built-in biometrics. Even a meditation setting, where soft visuals appear on the panoramic ceiling and low-frequency sound therapy soothes your mind. Screens? They are optional, and when they appear, they float. Holographic. Touchable. Movable. Need maps? Weather? Video calls? Just ask. The system listens, learns your voice, and predicts needs before you even speak. Want to work? A desk slides silently from the console. Want to relax? The car suggests playlists based on your neural focus and energy levels. Want silence? Total sound cancellation is just a gesture away. And the steering wheel when it's present is sculptural. Foldable. Minimal. But if you don't want to drive, it retreats silently into the dash, leaving behind a seamless surface of calm. Above you, a full-length electrochromic roof. Tap your finger and it fades from clear to tinted, day to night. Or let the AI adjust it based on sun position, skin temperature, and UV levels. And the air? It's filtered through multi-stage purification chambers that not only clean but enrich, with ionized oxygen and adjustable scent profiles. Forest. Ocean. Rain. This isn't just transportation. This is environmental transformation. A moving ecosystem designed to enhance human experience, not distract from it. In the Hycad, the cabin is no longer just a space. It's a conversation. A living interface between person and machine, where the boundaries of digital and physical blur into harmony. And all of it, every pixel, every material, every sound, is tuned to a single mission, to make you feel more human, not less. Performance isn't always about noise. Sometimes, it's about what you don't hear. No revs. No gear changes. No hesitation. Just movement, instant, seamless, and electric. The Hycad doesn't announce its power with a roar. It demonstrates it with motion. With 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, it rivals the fastest production cars in the world. But it's not the number that surprises you, it's how it feels. You press the accelerator and the world shifts. There's no delay. No build-up. Just torque, unleashed with surgical precision. It doesn't launch, it glides, almost like it's pulling the road underneath it instead of pushing against it. This power comes from a dual-motor all-wheel drive system, independently managing torque at each axle. But it's more than that. Hycad's adaptive propulsion matrix, a software-driven intelligence, monitors terrain, grip levels, incline, weather, and even driver posture, adjusting thousands of times per second to deliver exactly the right amount of power to each wheel. On mountain roads, it grips with the certainty of a machine that's reading every millimeter. In the city, it glides silently, braking and accelerating with confidence and grace. In the rain, it becomes anticipatory, sensing hydroplaning conditions before your foot even responds. Underneath, a fully adaptive air suspension system works in perfect unison with gyroscopic stabilizers and predictive damping. The result? It feels like riding on a cushion of memory foam, even at high speed. It floats when you want comfort, stiffens when you want control, and adjusts automatically as the road evolves. Cornering is flat. Response is immediate. But nothing ever feels jarring or mechanical. It's not just a fast car. It's an intelligent one, constantly reshaping itself for you and the road beneath it. Even braking isn't traditional. With regenerative braking that captures up to 93% of deceleration energy, Hycad turns every stop into a recharge. You don't feel the transition. There are no jerks, no awkward fade, just a smooth slowdown, with energy feeding back into the system. And the steering? Drive-by-wire. No mechanical connection. Just pure, instantaneous input, customizable down to resistance, turn ratio, and feedback profile. Want something sportier? Done. Prefer something featherlight for city cruising? Just say the word. But perhaps the most thrilling thing about Hycad isn't its speed or control, it's its balance. It never feels like it's trying too hard. Never gives you a sense of risk or strain. It's powerful, yes, but always poised. Always refined. Even at 120 miles per hour, there's silence. There's calm. There's trust. It doesn't push you to drive recklessly. It invites you to drive beautifully. This is not a supercar pretending to be electric. And it's not an EV pretending to be fun. It's something else. Something that understands performance not as a loud statement, but as a quiet mastery. The Hycad doesn't fight the road. It reads it. Understands it. And together, you dance. Range anxiety. The fear that you'll run out of charge before you reach your destination. It's haunted the EV world since the beginning. But in the Hycad, it's not even part of the conversation. Why? Because Hycad doesn't just offer range, it redefines what range means. Powered by a next-generation solid-state battery platform, the Hycad delivers a real-world range of over 600 miles on a single charge. That's not a theoretical number. That's tested under mixed-use scenarios, highway, city, hills, stop and go, with air conditioning on and music playing. In other words, real life. But it's not just about the distance. It's about the freedom. At the heart of the system is Hycad's proprietary energy management architecture, a neural battery network that actively monitors every cell, every module, every input and output. It adjusts flow in real time, rerouting energy dynamically to extend life, reduce heat, and enhance performance. You're not just carrying power, you're carrying intelligence. Need to charge? That's where things get even more remarkable. With its 800-volt architecture and graphene-enhanced charging capability, the Hycad can charge from 10% to 80% in just 9 minutes using a supported ultra-fast charger. That's less time than it takes to grab coffee and check your messages. And thanks to universal plug compatibility and a retractable adapter system, the Hycad connects to virtually every major standard, CCS, NACS, CHDMO, and even wireless pads. Yes, wireless. Simply pull into a supported location and the car syncs with the ground pad. Charging begins automatically, no cables, no hassle. It even handles parking alignment for you, adjusting slightly on its own to achieve perfect coil positioning. But Hycad goes even further. Through bidirectional charging, your car becomes a power source. Power your home during a blackout. Run tools at a job site. Even charge another EV on the side of the road. It's more than a car, it's an energy hub. Efficiency isn't measured just in miles per kilowatt-hour. It's measured in how that power is used. With Hycad's intelligent HVAC, seat-specific climate zones, and predictive usage patterns, know what goes to waste. It learns your schedule, preconditions the cabin before you get in, even syncs with your smart home to draw charge during off-peak hours. Solar? Optional, but brilliantly integrated. Thin film panels across the roof and rear glass generate supplementary power throughout the day, adding up to 20 free miles a day under ideal conditions. Not game-changing, but peace of mind. Always replenishing. Always aware. And let's not forget battery health. Most EVs degrade over time. But Hycad's active self-healing chemistry, combined with AI-based thermal control, slows degradation to near zero in the first 200,000 miles. And even after that, the battery maintains over 90% capacity. That's not a warranty pitch. That's engineering that respects your investment. No special charging etiquette. No rituals. Just plug in, or don't. The Hycad adapts to your rhythm, not the other way around. Energy is no longer something you worry about. It's something you control. And just like that, range anxiety becomes range confidence. Autonomous driving. A term that once belonged to science fiction, now brought to life, but not the way you might expect. For Hycad, autonomy isn't a feature. It's a philosophy, a complete reimagining of what driving can be when the vehicle no longer waits for instructions, but starts thinking for itself. At its core lies the Hycad NeuroDrive system, an adaptive, self-learning AI that doesn't just follow rules. It evolves. It processes information from over 50 sensors around the car, LiDAR, radar, optical cameras, ultrasonic pods, and even real-time environmental microphones, fusing that data with its predictive neural net to make decisions faster than human reaction time. It's not just about avoiding danger. It's about anticipating it. Approaching a blind curve? It scans incoming traffic signatures from other connected vehicles, even those 2 or 3 cars ahead. Pedestrian about to jaywalk? It reads microbody language and shifts speed with graceful caution. In chaotic city driving, it creates a fluid, dynamic map of everything around it, and it updates that map 240 times per second. This isn't lane centering. It's not adaptive cruise. It's not level 2. This is beyond level 4. Nearly invisible autonomy, quiet, calm, and confident. On the highway, the steering wheel folds away. The seat reclines. A soft notification lets you know, autonomy engaged. Enjoy your journey. But Hycad doesn't remove the driver. It respects the driver. Autonomy here is freedom, not a replacement, but a choice. You can take over at any moment. Touch the wheel. Blink twice. Speak. Or simply feel the urge, and the car gently hands control back to you. And when it drives, it doesn't just replicate human behavior, it improves on it. It merges respectfully. It yields with grace. It understands flow, culture, even etiquette. In one city, it drives assertively. In another, it's more patient. The AI adapts to local driving personalities, learning from billions of cloud-based miles and adjusting in real time. But what about safety? That's where Hycad sets an entirely new standard. Every major system is triple redundant. Steering, braking, power delivery, even communication. If one pathway fails, another takes over instantly. No panic. No compromise. Its LiDAR and optical fusion don't just detect, they interpret. A child chasing a ball. A cyclist weaving unpredictably. A construction zone in chaos. It doesn't just see obstacles, it understands scenarios. In crashes, milliseconds matter. And Hycad's smart impact matrix responds before the impact even occurs, adjusting cabin tension, repositioning seats, and activating directional cushioning. It's not just protection, it's prevention. The entire vehicle is wrapped in what engineers call a shielded awareness field, a 360-degree virtual dome of constant analysis. Even when parked, the Hycad stays vigilant. If someone approaches suspiciously, it alerts. If another vehicle's on course to collide in a lot, it moves out of harm's way autonomously. All of this is invisible to the driver. No beeps. No flashing alerts. Just calm, intelligent correction when needed, or nothing at all when things are going right. And yes, it parks itself. Parallel, perpendicular, garage tight. You don't even need to be inside. Tap your phone, and Hycad glides gently into its slot. Need it back? Summon it like a personal chauffeur. But there's more. The AI doesn't just learn how to drive, it learns how you drive. Your habits, your preferences, your rhythms. It creates a digital co-driver that knows when you want silence, when you need music, when you like to brake early or steer tighter. Over time, it doesn't just become smarter. It becomes yours. This is not autonomous driving as a feature. This is autonomy as a relationship. In a world where sustainability is often a buzzword, the Hycad makes it something deeper, something real. It's not just a car built with fewer emissions. It's a vehicle designed with Earth in mind at every stage. From the moment it's conceived, the Hycad breaks from the old model of extraction and excess. Its entire supply chain is reimagined, localized, traceable, and fair. The raw materials used in its construction are responsibly sourced, with certified ethical labor practices and full material transparency. The aluminum? Recycled, reprocessed, and lightweight. The plastics? Pulled from ocean waste, reshaped and refined without sacrificing strength. Even the seat foams are derived from plant-based polymers that offer comfort without the cost of petroleum. Step inside, and you won't find exotic leathers or endangered hardwoods. You'll find engineered elegance, vegan materials, biofabricated fibers, and carbon-neutral finishes. The scent you notice? Not synthetic glue or harsh chemicals. It's naturally filtered air, infused with non-toxic treatments and clean ionization. But sustainability doesn't stop at materials. It's embedded in the way the Hycad is built. The factories that assemble the Hycad are powered by 100% renewable energy, solar, wind, and geothermal. Rainwater harvesting systems supply non-potable operations. Robotic arms are lubricated with biodegradable oils. And every Hycad that rolls off the line is already carbon negative in production, thanks to advanced offset strategies and carbon capture partnerships. Even delivery is rethought. Instead of shipping via diesel trucks or overseas tankers, Hycad partners with low-emission rail lines and electric transport fleets. And for final-mile delivery? You guessed it, clean, silent electric carriers that deliver directly to your door. And then there's the bigger picture: what happens after the car is made? The Hycad isn't designed to end up in a landfill. Its modular battery pack isn't glued or welded, it's slotted. Swappable. Upgradable. As chemistry improves, so does your range. Newer generations of cells? Just plug and upgrade. No need to throw out a perfectly working vehicle just to chase progress. And when the day finally comes to retire it, every component from body panels to microchips is designed with a second life in mind. Batteries are repurposed into grid storage systems. Metals are melted and reused. Composites are reformed into lightweight building materials. Even the infotainment processor lives on in other consumer devices. But perhaps the most profound sustainability innovation isn't in hardware. It's in software. Because Hycad learns. It updates. It evolves. Every year, your vehicle becomes smarter, more efficient, more aware. Over-the-air updates bring new driving modes, better energy mapping, more intuitive UI systems, all without replacing a single part. Your car isn't aging. It's maturing. And that means fewer vehicles manufactured, fewer resources consumed, and less waste for the planet. The Hycad isn't just carbon neutral. It's climate positive. Through its Planet Plus initiative, for every Hycad built, a suite of regenerative actions is triggered: reforestation, soil enrichment, direct air carbon capture. The goal isn't just to offset, it's to restore. Because sustainability isn't about doing less harm. It's about doing more good. The Hycad is proof that luxury and responsibility are not opposites. They are partners. It's not just about driving toward the future. It's about protecting it. In a world of noise, Hycad is silence. In a sea of sameness, it dares to be original. This isn't just another electric car. This is a revolution in motion, designed not just to move you, but to understand you. To learn with you. To grow around you. Every surface, every decision, every hidden line of code is built with intention. From the roads it drives to the energy it uses, from the way it listens to your breath to the way it protects without asking, Hycad isn't about horsepower or hype. It's about harmony. between technology and humanity, between progress and planet, between freedom and focus. This is more than a vehicle. It's a new language of travel, a new kind of intelligence, a new relationship between you and the road. You don't just drive the Hycad. You experience it. You trust it. You evolve with it. Because the future of mobility doesn't have to be cold, clinical, or corporate. It can be bold, beautiful, personal. It can be Hycad. Love what you just saw? Hit like if the Hycad blew your mind. Subscribe to Gearless Garage for more future-forward car content. No fluff, just the machines that are shaping tomorrow. Got thoughts on the Hycad? Drop a comment, we read every one. And if you believe the future of driving should be smarter, cleaner, and more exciting, share this video with someone who needs to see what's coming. This isn't just a car. This is a movement. Be part of it.